It's really easy to set up. And let me give you a couple of pointers on domain. So when going a domain route, there's a couple different options. You can set it up for your primary business, for your personal blog, your product or your service, your capture page. So it really just dresses up an ugly link, right? And so it makes you more professional looking, if you will. So now also let's talk about domain tips. I highly recommend use your name as a domain. If your name is already taken, for an example, for John, right? John Melton, his name is pretty common. There were already, that domain was taken. So I used realjohnmelton.com. You can also use something like get or VIP or pro or info or free and add it to a common name. And if your name is hard to spell, you might want to think of ways to simplify it. So connect with Nadya.com or work with Nadya.com, right, is a good example. So let's talk about the biggest domain mistakes is can't pronounce easily. So you want to keep in mind that the domain needs to be phonetic friendly. So if you can't spell it easily or write it easily and quickly, it's really going to be a pain in the butt. So you could do an acid test. Tell someone on a less than perfect phone connection with noise in the background, will you have to repeat it or spell it out? Now let me show you how easy it is to set up URL forwarding is what it's called. So for an example, if you get NadyaMelton.com or yourname.com, you buy it in a domain, which I, by the way, recommend domain.com. This is the provider that I've been using for many, many years. They have amazing customer service. Their prices are amazing. I think it's $9.97 or a little under $10 for a domain for a year. And so I have nothing but good things to say. So, and you can actually go to NadyaMelton.com/domain to get redirected to that provider. So, but what happens is, once you create an account with them, all you're going to do is simply log into your account, click on domain. As you can see, the arrow is pointing. You're going to go to your domain central. You're going to choose the domain you're working with that you just bought. You're going to click on point to URL. What does this mean? So when somebody types in workwithnadya.com, they're going to be redirected to, let's say, workwithnadya.wordpress.com. Okay, so it just makes it, so just redirect it to that long, ugly link. So in a sense, you can hide it behind a pretty domain. So you're going to choose your domain. You're going to click on pointers, point to a URL, and simply all you are going to do from there is choose URL. You're going to put that long link in here, and you want to choose self, which means that it's going to hide that long link bar, and it's only going to showcase your pretty domain name, and that is it. So, and that costs you $10. If you're serious about developing your online brand, you need a blog. Now, why do you want to blog, right? What's the value there? Well, first of which, it's going to brand you as a leader. It is intellectual property, right? We all know that in order to succeed, you want to own assets.